Hi guys, how are you? Here we are. So I am very happy, of course, because our Italian soccer team just won the Euro Cup 2020-21, and of course, being Italian, I'm very happy. And probably you saw on Instagram the video that I post when we all were yelling and screaming of happiness because we won the cup. Okay, so good evening to you. Ciao Real, Gomrani Adel, Ayush, Anish, Mosam, ciao to all of you. So people are coming, that's great. So I don't know if you watched the game, but I did, we did. And it was quite exciting, really a lot of suspense until the end. But I have to say that that we played really well. That's the truth. We are always playing on top of the game with lots of possession of the ball, and so I think that this was a very historical weekend, you know, after such a long time. Okay, ciao Atharva, good evening to you too. So today I received a lot of sketches. You can see a lot of work. You make me work a lot, but I'm happy about that, don't worry. Keep on sending your sketches. So I have most of the people follow me, few new. We will see how it's gonna be. Okay, Anish, I have also yours, don't worry. So I hope that also this evening there will be something interesting to work together. But before, I would like to make just a quick hi, Mr. Peter Willie Madsen, ciao. Hey, S29 Design, ciao. I think I have yours too. But before we start, I had somebody that sent to me, I don't remember the name, so I apologize for that, that sent to me a nice sketch done with the pen, with a big pen, and he was asking me, ciao Razvan, and he was asking me if the shading was right on the front glass and the side glass, the way he did with the pen, and they were not good. So what I will do today, I will start with this simple exercise done with a pen, because as you know, I made it many times with marker and chalk, or with just marker and my black pencil to show the shading, the reflections. And I know that that this probably might get confusing when you have a pen, so that you have to make a shading. It's a little bit more complicated. Ciao Vedant, I have yours too, I have your sketch too. So I will switch camera. Now we are 16, that's great. We are already 20 people reading, all right? That's great. So I will switch the camera. I will make this very quick demo. So if you like to use pen, watch it carefully, because this is gonna help you a lot, okay? So let me change camera. All right, here we are. The camera is on place. And I would like just to make sure that it's well, you can see really well, okay? I put the light in the right place, all right? Cool. Heisdorf, Dijkstra. I mean, your name is a little complicated. Ciao to you. So, as I was saying, let's take a big pen, all right? Take off my glasses. So, when we have a big pen and we have to make our classical exercise, okay, like this one, all right, as you can see, also with the pen I go really light. I don't hit very hard, not at the beginning at least, okay? Ciao Pinga, come stai? Sei a Santa Maria? Are you? Sei al mare? Beata te, qui piove. Lots of rain in Paris today. since this morning. It's really bad. Alright, so when I do that, you can see we have a top windshield side glass, alright? And then we can put our reflection, which is this one, and the other one, which is the conic shape reflection, because our windshield is a conic shape, you remember that, alright? And this is a cylinder shape. Okay. So let's do first, as we do every time, first the reflections, okay? So I start from the top. Now, because I'm with a pen, I will never sketch like that, the pen. Never, never, never. I do cross etching. Remember that. I'm gonna do cross etching technique. So I go the first time, look. Alright? That's the first time. You can see it's quite nice, very clean. Alright? Then I put a little bit of transparency, because for sure here we have a pillar. Alright? Therefore I can see that pillar in transparency through my windshield glass. And then we have also the back line on the other side, which is here. You know? So look what happens. I go and I make this part darker, so that we have a feeling of transparency. And I'm cross etching. You see? Now we have that feeling of transparency. But it's not finished yet, because you know that the reflections are really dark at the beginning, like that. So I add few lines, you can see. I don't know if you can see clearly. Yeah, now you can. So it's on focus. So Asian, I think so. Anyway, that's a reflection done with a pen on a windshield. Now let's do the same thing on the side. So on the side, I will go once again with nice inclinated lines, like that. Then I make my outline darker, because it's a reflection. Then I will make the black line I do with the marker is this one. All right. I can put my pillar, my B pillar here. And you can see that I make it darker, right? Okay. So now that I did that, you can see that here also we have a sort of a transparency, right? But it's not finished yet, because what I want to create, it's a sort of a shading into the reflection. So I cross etching. You see, I am cross etching to create that shading. You see? Now you have very dark here, a lot lighter here. So this is the reflections done with a pen on top of this cabin, right? Now I have this area and this one. So I put the reflection on top here, you see? and I just do again cross etching like that. You see? Now I take this line, which is my top windshield line, all right, and here I make a little bit dark because there is some transparency of the interior part. Look. So if I go closer, we have a feeling, you know, we got that feeling. Sir, as you are doing an exercise, could you please also show how to have a symmetry in the car in the 3/4 front view? I feel a lot of trouble in this, please help. Hello sir, I'm the guy with the pen reflection. Okay, Shafi. Okay, so Sheikh Shafi, this is for you, but for everybody else, of course. And about Ayusha, you know, Ayush, the best way is that we put the center line, you see, the center line, and we have to calculate center line. It's always bigger here and shorter here because of the perspective, and this is something that you have to judge by eye. But I wish you go to check all my 3/4 front tutorials here on my YouTube channel, because I have many in which I explain exactly how I do it. So if you make a 3/4 front perspective car sketch Luciano Bove on YouTube, you will find all the videos. They all will come out and you can follow that, okay? All right, now, so let's go back to this. Now, Sheikh, look what I do. I take the pen and I do a little bit the way you did, okay? You see? Now I'm starting to construct. I'm starting to construct little by little, okay? Little by little, the shading. Because with the pen, it's not like with chalk or with marker. It's a little bit more complicated, okay? Yes, George, you have the blue sketch. I know, it's here. I printed. Don't worry. Now I cross etch. Okay, Sheikh, watch what I do. All right. I cross etch again. You see, little by little, I'm getting that feeling of shading that shows me the shape that is a round shape. Then I go again here, and I start getting a little bit darker, always with lines. What I want to try to do is always to keep this white, because we need a big contrast here to make it look like glossy. So this is important, don't forget that. So if you put the lines all the way there, it's not glossy anymore. So I really search where I need to add some lines, okay? So that I can master this sort of shading. Okay, so now let's imagine that we have here a little bit of the dashboard, okay? Like here, we have our steering wheel. Okay, then that one I make it dark. You see? Look what I do. And this part I make a little bit darker. You see? Now we have a feeling of what we have here. Now it's not very well defined, but we don't care. It's not important. What is important, when you look at it, you have a feeling. You have a transparency, we have a shading, we have a glossy feeling. So this looks nice. Okay, you see? And now we do the same thing here on top. And I try to follow the shape, you see? Okay, so here we are. We have a pen sketch, okay, that it shows very clearly the shape, the reflections, everything we need. Okay, so I hope Shaikh that with this demo you get a better idea how you can control, how you can control your sketching done with a pen. Look how clean are my lines. So that's very important. Look at the lines, because the line quality with pen sketch is extremely important. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hi Andan, ciao, welcome back. Now we are 19 people. That's nice. Sir, I can't stay the whole session because I had to work, unfortunately. Okay, sure, don't worry. I go and search for yours. Ali, let's do it. So that let me find it, okay? It's not this one, right? Tell me if it's this one. I don't think so. I don't remember your name on that. But I'm searching it, okay? Then we have Anish. Here is the Italian guy, the marker. Then we have Vedant. Is it this one, SD? I think it's this one, right? Tell me if it's this one. So I start with this one. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. Now let's start my feedback on your sketch. All right, so now this one. So perspective lines, this one and this one. So you can see already we have a little problem on the back wheel, because if you look at the perspective line, the wheel is a little bit too much like that. So I would go more like this. The size of your wheel is good, not bad. This one could be a little bit more open. Like that. You see? Okay. So the center line, it's here. I put the center line. All right. All right, so be careful with this line that is very round, and this one is much more in tension. So if this is the right one, you see, that looks nice, then this one should be also like this. So I take my white to erase the extra, okay? And you can see already the perspective looks a little bit better. Now, let's go with the center line on your windshield. There is a part missing here. You see, it's a little bit too flat. You see? So it looks like the whole car is pushed over the front, and in the back we don't have anything. So it looks strange. So what I will do, I will just put a little bit of roof section. You see? And the whole proportions of your car will look much, much better. I put a little bit of shadow here because you didn't put the shadow, so I add the shadow. Cross etching always. Then the front, in reality there is too much here, it's too low, and this should be more like that. So let me put black here with the excuse of our shadow. You see? It looks better now. Always cross etching. Look, I'm kind of rough, I'm not very precise, but cross etching, it gives that quality, you know. Look, now your car looks much better. Now you can see this element is too low. Maybe we can bring it up here, you see? We can do this. Look, if we change it like that, everything is gonna be a little bit lighter. It's gonna bring it up and it's gonna look much, much better. Don't put those squarish type of lines here, you see? Those squarish like that. Don't do it. Do everything like vertical like this, you see? Look the way I do it. I try to copy what you did, and then I will just add some shading. And it's gonna look much more three-dimensional. You see? Look, it looks better. Okay, so don't put the rear view mirrors. We don't really care about those. So the reflection here, it's like that. All right. And here, always shading from dark to light. Now there is a little problem about the way you're using your pen here to make the shading, you know. First of all, let's put the reflection here. So this is kind of dark. And here it's dark because this is in shadow. Now let me put your light. Okay, the last thing I want to do is this line here. I would make a little bit more vertical because everything looks like coming down, you know. So that's how I would do the reflection or the shading, you see? And then this one, the whole is really dark. Okay, so now a little bit of light here, a little bit of light here, a little bit of light here, here, okay. I finished. Okay, that's how you should think, you know. So this part, for example, I take my pen, I go all over here too. The most important thing, you always try to be clean with your lines. Okay? Alright, ciao Francisco Xavier Gonzalez Romo. A little bit late, but here again. No, don't worry, you're not late. We just started. Okay, so this is for you. Alright, now, I don't know who did this. I forgot. But anyway, we have a little problem here. A little big problem here. Because the wheels must be round. So that's the first thing that who did this sketch has to learn. It's how I make round wheels with a pen, okay? Then there is just too many things here. Too many details. We don't need all those details, okay? I'm putting the shadow on the ground. Make this a little bit longer. The proportions are a little bit off, so I'm trying to reproportion the whole thing. You see, now here in the center there are too many things. So what I will do, I will just use this line and that's it. All the rest I don't care. Make it easy, especially in the beginning. So here we put some white, here too. Okay, it's a little bit better proportion now than before. Okay. All right. So next, let's see. We have Adele. Okay, your sketches are nice, huh? Are getting really nice. We have a nice feeling of reflections. I like very much the way you're doing using your marker. Okay, so I really don't have very much anything to say. You know, as a beginner, it's not that bad. Just make sure when you do your perspective, to make sure that you don't have this part is too much outside. So look what I do. I take my white pencil, I try to erase some of the extra, and you can see that it looks much better now. You see? You see, it's enough to do that. It works much, much better. For the rest, it's fine. No big deal. Okay, so the problem was really in this area. Okay? Then one thing you can do, make sure that those lines like that, you don't do that. You should do this way. You see? Much better that way. And then another thing that I suggest you to do, it's also to close your A pillar, because that's a reality. That's exactly how it is on cars, you know. You see this pillar, you have to push it a little bit there because it's a conic shape. If you make it straight, it's falling down on the side. Look, it looks a little strange. Then with your marker, here you can go a little bit more, okay, just a little more, here too, okay. Okay. All right, Adele. I'm glad. Mr. S29 Designs. Are you there? Yes, you are. I know that you are there. I saw your name before. And after we have Anish. Okay, so this one, I have to tell you that in terms of line quality, even though you put all the lines this way, it's quite in order, you know. So this one, it's not that bad. Also perspective, but at the same time there are little problems. For example, you put the line of the perspective, which is this one, correct, and this one, correct. But look at your ellipses. Okay, if this one it's like that because it's turning, okay, that's fine, because you know, it's okay. But this one is wrong. It's like falling down, you see? So what we have to do here, you have to follow the minor axis goes to the vanishing point, therefore your ellipse, you know, and then your ellipse, this one has to be a little bit bigger. You see? So this means that on your car also will change the wheel well, because the ellipse it's not good one. So I'm correcting your ellipse, okay? That's the first thing I have to do. Then I go here and make the shadow. So I put a little bit of the shadow because it really helps me to read better the car on the ground, okay? So I cross-hatching, you see, now I'm cross-hatching. And you can do cross-hatching like that. You see, you go really close, and then the lines that become separated with a little bit more space until it becomes like a real free kind of, of trade. Ciao Mino, how you doing? All right, so that's the first thing we have to do, and we did. So now I'm putting a little bit of the shadow here. It's gonna look much better with the shadow, because the shadow really gives the idea of three-dimensionality and depth, most of all depth. You see, I'm making the shading, dark light. Okay, so now already like that it looks better, you see? Okay, so now another thing that it really is not working well, it's here. Look, you should make this like an arch, and here too a little bit. You see? This line correction. Ciao Andrea, come stai? Grande vittoria, grande. Sorry guys, talking with my Italian friend Andrea from South Italy, talking about soccer. And then there is another thing that it's important, that it's too narrow. So in reality your car it's here. You see? Look how better is now the proportion. Then this one, this has to go down. And this has to be a little bit round. A little bit of my cross etching there. This is nice. This one should be a little bit more. Okay. Then cross etching. And then here the reflection that you did not put. So let me make the reflection. Now let me make it really dark to create that reflection effect. Look. Now you can see that I do leave a little bit of the white filtering through, you know, my pen, because it's always a transparency there. But here where we have the highest reflection, it's really the highest contrast, so black and white. Then this line, I would just make it a little bit more round. And then another thing also that is not working is this line here. They're too straight, it looks like a banana type of line. So what I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make a correction. Can you see that now it's round? You see? Now you have a feeling of this rear window. Same thing here. And here. So you have to work on your lines in terms of how it wraps around the volume of your back of your car, you know, the back volume. So you see the reflection? Now you have a real feeling of that reflection. Okay, so I hope that this can help you. Okay, one thing I suggest you to do is please don't put all those details, too many details. Just put one, like this one for example, okay? And let's just make a few shapes so that you can learn in an easier way. Okay? Yeah, Razvan, it was a really nice. Tutto, sto mettendo in contatto alcuni studenti dell'SPD. Ok, Andrew, va bene. Se vuoi ti do l'email di Raffaele, di Michele Leonello, se hai bisogno. Thank you, Nandan. Thank you. Mino, just catching a lot and staying at home, not much to say when it's 44. Yeah, I can understand. Okay, so now, Anish. Look, first of all, your creativity it's improving, huh? You're showing a lots of interesting things here. So, to me, this is not bad, you know? Now, make sure that you don't do this banana ground line, you see? Going like that. Don't do that banana ground line. Hey, book, ciao. Remember, we want to make straight. Okay, so now here the shading here it's good. It's this line that is bad. because it looks like your glass is completely flat. Okay, so let's make a correction to that line. All right. All right, it's like that. You see the difference? Now we have a feeling that the glass has a curvature. It's not flat. Ma Andrew, la migliore cosa è mettere insieme tutti i disegni, me li fai vedere via email e poi ti dico io se c'è qualcosa ancora da fare. Yes, Vedant, I have yours. You welcome S29. Don't worry. Let me get the one from Vedant because I think it's lady has to go sleep. Vedant, this is yours, right? I will take care of this after that I finish with Anish. The young kid, let's send them home to sleep. But they are young. Okay, bubble effect, exactly. So this is okay. Now this one, if you see, if you have a straight line here, you can put straight lines to get all your reference from left to right. So this light, as you can see, this light is a little bit too high and this is a little bit too low. So now let's make this low like the other one. So it's easier. You see? And this is much better now. So here you can go kind of straight, okay? And then you can break it like that on the side. The one in the back, too many details, too many details. The one in the back is dark, don't worry. Let's put the details on the front one. You know, because we want to create always this three-dimensional effect, right? Then here, for example, you can change your section. Look what I do to make it more interesting. You see here, same thing on the other side. You see, when you do those type of covering for those type of wheels, remember that this line, it's always around, like this one, you see? It's not straight. Alright, so basically that's what I can tell you this time. Okay? Okay, Anish, that's it for today. I go on the next one. I have so many today. Thank you very much. Keep on sending. Okay, so Vedant, first of all, congratulations, because this one is a great improvement about what you did so far here with me. Okay, so I really like it. I like the idea you did here. I like those lines. There is a lot of nice things coming on. So I really like it. The only thing I would do, if I were you, I would try to make this a little bit more like that. Look, just a little. To make sure that you don't have a cabin that is too much in the front, but the head of the person is right inside the windshield. So in order to avoid that, let's make it more like this, you see? You see, it's a little bit better here. You see, I put some material there, you see, on that section here. And it is a little bit better. Then another thing you can do also, let me see. No, that's okay. Yeah, here is too close. You see this little white thing here. Here is too much. So, no, whether you do it all the way like this, for example, look, much better like that than putting the little thing right there. Okay, so watch out the proportions. Okay, then when you have this line here, okay, then this one should close, so this keeps on going. And let's take off this one. You see, it's cleaner, it's much cleaner. And then your wheels, there is too much decoration, too much, so make them simple. If you do them simple, it's much better. Okay? Anyway, keep on going because this is very nice. Bravo, keep on going. I'm happy about what you did. Here, don't put all that. Make a little bit clearer here. Okay, good. Bravo. Keep going. Next in line. I don't know who's this. I cannot read. But anyway, this is a mix of 50s car and today's modern cars. Something a little strange. But anyway, it's okay. Let me make my point. Sharpen my pencil. You're welcome, Vedant, you're welcome. Okay, so here. Problem is that we are missing a part here. You see, if I put the proportions correct, the good proportions, then we are like that. We have a car that is really much wider in the front. You see? So let me put the shadow so that we have a feeling of what we have. So far it was a little bit too light, difficult to read. So let me put the shadow here too. Okay, I put a little reflection on the side glass, you see, and also on the windshield. Then we can put this line that you made for the lights. Why not? I'm just putting a bigger, just change a little bit the proportion because it was too small. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think that this one is pretty much finished. I think that I don't know who's this one, but anyway, I think that this one is the best we can do with this type of design approach. Okay. Okay. All right. Next. Okay, this one has a very nice composition. Wait, that I put a little bit of order on my desk. So this one has a very nice composition. Also, its design is kind of interesting. All right, the line quality should improve a lot, but the overall design is not bad. Also, the shading that we have here, it's very nice. You know, so I really don't have very much anything to say. I just think that this one should, you know, when you sketch, move your arm, as I say all the time, because you can manage proportions much better. Much, much better. Okay, but anyway, this one is not bad. Andrew, questa qua è tua, pure questa. Quindi Andrew, queste due sono tue, entrambe. Both of them are yours. Sempre mio, ok. Alright. But that's nice. That's very nice. Andrew, se fai queste cose qui va molto bene per il portfolio. Ok, next. Here we have Okay, so now it looks like ma Andrew, cerca di capire, quello che fa Scott Robertson è diverso, perché lui alcuni di quei disegni li fa anche per il lavoro che fa dei modelli basati su quel tipo di design, che è una roba per sé. Però se devi fare un portfolio, if you have to make an entry portfolio, you can make one, two, but that's all. You know, we need to see your creativity. Okay? Alright, so this one now looks much better than before. Now we have a car. Okay? Ok, perfect. Prego, prego. Okay, so let's check this one. I don't know who did it. I forgot the name, but it looks nice. You know, if I take a black marker or a dark gray, just to show a few things that you can improve, like this one. Okay, let me take a paper and put it underneath so that I don't ruin the other sketches. Alright, then this is a little bit low, so I bring it up a little bit, okay? So I'm using a marker. Here too, let's clean up those lines and those wheels. You see how it looks better now. But in reality this one is not bad. Bravo Razvan. No, the green car is not Andreas. It's someone else that I think is not connected. But that it's another guy, another little guy, very young guy from that lives not far from my hometown in Italy, in South Italy. I remember him. But you see, if you make those shadow a little bit bigger, the way I'm doing here, you see, then you make a little bit of shading from dark to light. It's gonna look better, much better. Then you can take your white, okay, and put a little bit of lines like that. Look, you can do it here too. You can do it here too. You see? Then we can take this line and make it a little bit darker so that we start creating a really nice contrast. Maybe in the back I would have done a little bit longer. Look, if you do this, I think it's gonna be better. It's just a matter of proportions. You see? You see, it looks better with the longer back overhang. You see what I'm doing here? I'm making a little correction about this line, and this inclination. If you look at that, design-wise, it works better. And then this line works really well with this one. Now, okay, Razvan, little things, just little things, you can improve a lot. A sketch with little things. Bravo, keep going. It's a little bit, it's a little bit like this. That's the only problem. So, once again, remember, you put the line, that's nice. This one is very nice too. This detail is very nice. I like this, but here, down here, make it very dark. You don't need to be lighter. And then another thing, don't forget that in those cases, the shadow, it's like this, look. Okay? Okay, so the first thing is the shadow. Look the way I did it. Okay? The second thing, you gotta make sure that, look at this point, here and here and here. If I do that, you can see this is small and this is bigger. Oops, sorry. And that's bigger here. So we have a little problem of symmetry. So as I said, when we have those type of views, we gotta be very careful to make sure that the first side it looks right. Even if nothing is perfect, we know that. So, what can we do now? Well, the only thing we can do is this. Then look what I'm doing to the main section. I am trying also to give a little bit, a little bit of consistency to those sections, like this one, especially this one. Okay, not to make it a little bit more exciting. It was a little bit too flat, So those points, they can come out, a little bit. Okay, then another thing you can do, it's make this a little bit bigger, because it's a little bit too small. You can also do the shading the way you did it, no problem. Make it darker. Let's increase contrast. Okay? You see? Now it's starting to look more interesting. Alright? Can you see? And then another thing very important. Now this is just a little bit. The real shadow is here. because the way you put the light here, it looks like the light is coming from here, but in reality it's coming also from here, so it's not very clear. Now there's one thing I have to do is this. Look. Cut here. You see? Because everything looked like coming down on the side. Now, because I cut here and I cut there, it looks much better overall. The whole thing together. You see? And then, because here we went dark, you can do the same thing on the other surfaces. Then here, this is dark because it's inside. It's bended. You see? And this one that is dark, let's make it wider for proportions. You see, let's make this really dark. You will like a lot more. You see? Look, it looks better now. It's more compact, you know? Okay, that's it for you, alright? I hope that this was good. Now, Nandan, I have to change because I don't have any more. The pencil finished. I take a new one. Here we go. Okay, Nandan, first of all, nice perspective. When you do those perspectives, the background, don't put it too much close to the overall, you know, shape of your composition, because it looks like your background is trapped inside. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to make sure that between background and the subject, the car, there's a big difference. So in this case, I would do something like this. Look. You see? Then you can put your car don't put those racks on top of the roof. We never do that. You're welcome, Real. You're welcome. Okay, now let's look at your wheels, because they are not really well done. Okay, first of all, they look a little bit like potato shape, so we don't want to do that. Those are the perspective lines for the minor axis that goes to the vanishing point to the left. Okay, so let's do first one, the one in the back. Look how different it is compared to the one you did. You see? Now it looks good. Also the shadow, it's wrong. So make sure that you don't make that mistake. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is this wheel here. So I will try to clean it up. All right, that's it. So also this shape here on top will change. You see, look. And then this is the mistake everybody does. This A-pillar in perspective, it cannot be bended like that, because it is like that type of shape, you know, it's conic shape. Therefore, if this one is going in, this one is doing the same. and this is the center line. You see? To understand better the rule and how you can judge it, so that you can, you know, it's a smart way to think about it, so that you don't make that mistake. Don't put those this one for the moment. At this stage, make everything black. So this is our shadow, our reflection here. All right. The rest is not that bad. It's just that some lines don't follow the perspective. So I'm just cleaning up those lines to make sure that they do follow the perspective, the right one. So here I made a little change in the front bumper to the section to make sure that there is a better interaction between the elements, because we're a little bit more dynamic. You see, look how nice this little detail here. You see? It's a little bit more modern. Okay, good. The wheel arch is like this, you see? This one it's okay. Okay, so the last thing I'll do is this shading very quickly, so that you can have, you know, the way the shading should be on the car. Too many details, too many details. Don't do all those details. Make this black, that's it. That's it. You don't need to do more. You see? Also here, all those lines that change, and the other line inside, the other line inside, there are too many details. Forget that. Don't complicate your life. Look what I did. Is it nice? Look, it's better like that. It's more modern. I basically, what did I do? I just erased lots of details you had, and now it looks more interesting. Okay, my dear friend, that's it. All right, that's it for you. Who did this? Are you there? Anyway, this one in proportion is not that bad, but there are a few things that who's made this sketch has to improve. For example, let's start from the wheels and the ground, right? So first of all, the ground is being done with a straight ruler. I can see it. I really wish you can do it with freehand, just the way I did it. Then let's put the wheels, okay, like this. And also here, okay. Then this part is too low, so this is a trick, guys. When you make this type of sketches, don't do this. Don't put this line of the rocker panel, the front bumper, the rear bumper so low, so close to the ground. Don't do it, because it's impossible to have a car like that. There's also another thing you have to know. When we take the center of the wheel, like this one, we put a line, okay, and we put those two points together. Then to know more or less where we have to end the car, and around the rocker panel level, I mean, or it's ahead from the ground, we should go there. You see, this is where generally I put my line. Look. Now you're gonna tell me, yeah, but you are cutting the whole car at the bottom. Yes, I am, and you're gonna see how much better it's gonna look now, because I'm going to make the change. Use a marker to go faster. Okay, so front wheel, back wheel, shadow the wheel, wheel in perspective, the other one. Now the shadow on the ground. Okay, this is almost dry. Now, can you see that the car looks much better? Look at this car. It looks light and well proportioned now. Before it was really heavy. You see? What did I do? I cut a bunch of big dimension you had on at the lower part. I just cut it off. Then I put the same thing, the reflection on the glass. That will help the proportion. Don't put those rear view mirrors, they're useless, as I always say. You see? And now we have a very good feeling of the real proportions of this car. And it is much better. Much better. Now this line like that, no, you put it here, eventually like this. Okay, look. But the car is done, we don't have to do anything more, nothing. I just clean up a little bit few of those lines. This one looks nice. It could be also a little bit longer. And also this light, why not a little bit longer? You see? And that's it. Okay, so remember this part, okay? Don't make cars that are so low, so they become very heavy, very heavy, too unrealistic. Okay, so let's see those little sketches. They look nice. They look nice. Of course, we can improve them, but they look nice. All the shading is done well, so not bad. The only thing is probably the proportion. So I would probably do this. You see, if you do that, the proportions, it's much better. Maybe this one you don't need it to be that long. You see? Problem here is the proportion of the front part. The door should be there. You see? Atarva, this one is yours. Okay. So be careful about with the proportions, okay? But anyway, your sketches are nice and clean. I like them. This one also, it's a little bit low. So if I do that, look, you're gonna like it much more. You can take your light and bring them a little higher. You see how it looks much better. You see, this part is too low. Let's put it black, and now it looks right. Then this line, it's here. You see, make sure that those lines are all inclinated the right way, unless it looks like the car is falling on the side. Like this line here too. Look, if I do that, it's much better. Now, let's do this. You see, now they all look much more balanced. You see? Okay, good. So, next one. Next in line. Who did this? Anyway, this one, it's not bad. There are too many little details, but there is a way of using the paint that can be really interesting. Not bad at all. The only thing that, once again, I say is that that this car is too low. Okay. So wait a moment, that I take another marker, dark marker. That one is dry, so I need to find another one that is, yeah, there we go. Hi Halish, this is yours. You see, look. Art Center is best. Ciao Adarva, good night to you. Thanks. Art Center is best school. No doubt about that. Okay, so here, the only problem with this car, it was also too low. So what I'm doing here, I'm just bring it up, let's erase this, okay? And then this line in reality should be a little bit higher. So I'm gonna make it higher. You see? Now much better. Yeah, it's true, the Megane. Yeah, remember. I arrived in Renault when the Megane was done. You're right. Okay, that's all, okay, for this car. So the main thing was the thing that the car was too low. Now with the right wheels, with the right ground, right shadow, with the new reflection on the side, erasing some of those details that are really useless, and fixing a little bit the proportion in the back, It's done. You're welcome, Alish. I know Art Center because I went to Art Center, so I know. So I don't know who's this, but we don't do. I mean, I don't understand what the hell is this. Is this a truck or what? You know, there is a lot of jumps here. So first of all, if we want to make a design like that, we had to use a really dark background. Okay, Mosem, the background must be really dark because we really want to see this this shape. Now look, if I do that, it's much better because now you can see. Alish, of course you can. You have to send it to me on my Instagram profile in chat. Okay, Luciano Bove number one with the number one. You do Luciano Bove all attached with the number one at the end, and you will find me on Instagram. In chat, you send me your JPEG, okay? No problem. You see the way I'm doing now. I'm trying to create something that is a little bit more emotional to understand a little bit better what you want to do. Then be careful with proportions because I think that this should be a little bit longer here. You see? Now in your front view, be careful about the ellipse. And then it's too narrow. The proportion, you have to make sure that your proportions are correct. You see, proportions are very important because, especially on those type of monsters, you know. Okay. Then here we have shadow. You see, I'm trying to get the proportion you had before. Okay? Arvind, ciao. More than the details inside the lines and shapes should be visible to communicate our idea. I'm also planning for going to Yad, but it's not partnering with Volkswagen Group. That's why I decided to go for Art Center. Yeah, but there's a big difference between Art Center and IAAD, Alish. Art Center, it costs around 70,000 per year, and Yad IAAD around 15 or 16. There is a big difference. It's not just a school or another. You have to take, maybe, I don't know if you know, but there's a big difference in terms of cost and living cost, life cost. Okay, I don't know who did this one. This one is not that bad. It's a nice little sketch. The only thing is the wheels are wrong, and here we can see that the line is open. You see? So this is not good, because as you go perspective, is the vanishing point is on the right, those lines should close. All of them should go to the same vanishing point. So then we have also the problem of this A pillar in perspective that is falling down. So let's try to put order to this sketch. Then let's put the right ellipse for the wheels, because the wheels are wrong. This is too small. You see? Look what a difference. So here we have some white in between because there is a space. And here we're almost done. As you can see now, every line has been corrected and it looks much better. So, reflection on the windshield. Okay, you see, now it's much better. You see, now we have a perspective is more or less okay. Akash, that's yours. Okay, good, good. I'm glad you're there. Thanks for waiting for such a long time. It's already 2 hours that we are live. Yours was the last one. Now there is another thing very important. Look at your background. That's not good. Okay? So let's do a good background. Look what I do. Now I take this really dark marker, okay, and look how I make it. Very simple, right? Not complicated. But what is important is the shape and the proportions. Where I put the background, you know. If you think about the silhouette of your car, you see? Now you have a very nice background that gives power to your car. I mean, you can really see your car now. Look, now it became a nice little sketch. Thank you very much, Arvind. Thank you, Arvind. Okay, so this was the last one. Okay, put a little bit of white line here to show the outline. All right, you can do that too. Okay, so this was the last one. We did all of them. That's great. In 2 hours, basically we chew up all the sketches. Cool. Now I'm going to change, but wait, I need my glasses. I'm going to change camera, okay, so that you can see me. And let's do it. But where am I on my computer? Here I am. Okay, so here I am. You can see me now. I'm taking off this light. Okay, and the camera, so that I can talk to you. Thank you very much. So first of all, I hope that you were all happy about what we did together today. You can see, well, a lot of sketches, more than 15. So today I guess I made my record about your sketch, my feedback series. All right. So next week I will be still here. Don't worry. And therefore, if you want to send me sketches again, you know now how to do it. It's very easy. You can do it simply on my Instagram profile on the chat. You send me some of your JPEGs. I will choose a couple or one. It's fine. All right. And you can do it. Okay. If you want to hit a super chat to thank me, or a super sticker, or tip me, now is the time, because in a while I will be offline. So if you want to, no problem. You have the buttons to click, or the link to click into the description, my PayPal link. Anyway, I think that vacation is getting close. Okay, I would like to remind you that the end of August I'm going back with my online sketching course, and if some of you are interested, you can always write to me on Instagram, or if you have my email, to ask questions, informations, how it works and how much it's gonna cost, of course, and I will explain to you all that, so that you can take your decision and decide whether to spend some money or just sticking here with my YouTube channel, which is of course for free for everybody. Okay, so thank you very much. Now I prepare the end of this session. Thanks. A little bit of music to say goodbye, ciao. And don't forget that Italy is champions of Eurocup soccer this year. Yes, it was us. We won. Thank you. Ciao. Bye bye.